Becoming a fire officer is not an easy task. With a long list of firefighting textbooks to study, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer size of the study material. One of the most popular books often listed on promotional exam announcements is John Norman's Fire Officer Handbook of Tactics. At Knightlite, our software has a track record spanning over 2 decades, helping firefighters to become promoted. Fire Officer Handbook of Tactics Study Helper version 5.0 is written with Knightlite's new Code 4 interface that offers customers many new features that will make preparing for your promotional or certification exam a whole lot easier. Here is a quick overview of the basic features. The Table of Contents window is the main navigational window for the app. Chapters are listed here on the left. Control switches are located here in the center. And a list of incorrectly answered questions are shown here on the right. To start taking a test, double-click on a chapter name here in the list box. The question window will appear. Click on an Answer button. The app will indicate whether you answered the question correctly or incorrectly. Click the Next button to move to the next question. Click the Notes button to display the page reference where we derived the question from the text. To have the software read the question out loud to you, click the Read button. By checking Use Voice Assist, the computer will read each question out loud automatically. If you want to use the software in a flashcard style mode, click on the flashcard button here. The software will display just the question and the correct answer. Use the arrow buttons on your keyboard for quick navigation of this window. The Review button creates a study guide that features the question and just the correct answer. Click on the Read button and the app will read the question, the correct answer, and then move on to the next question. This way, you can study when you are doing something else, because the operation is automatic and hands-free. You can change the format of this window by returning to the Table of Contents window and clicking on the Settings button. Turn on the Read All Answers under Review Mode switch. When you return to the review window, the app will display both the question and all 4 answers. Many of our customers want to print tests out, so they can take the test as a real test with a questions booklet and answer sheet. The app can easily print out questions, and it can do so in a variety of ways. Click on the Print button. This section up here lets you choose the various options for printing out the questions. Down here you can print out answer sheets and even answer sheet correction keys. The center of the window here lets you change the typeface and size, and lets you add custom titles and footers to your test. On this side of the window, you can print out terminology glossaries and terminology tests in a variety of ways. Down here, you have the option of printing out flashcards. To review the terminology section of the app, click the Terminology button on the main Table of Contents window. Here you can quickly look up words, or study by having your computer read a word out loud and then read you the definition. You do this by clicking on the Review button. Hit the Randomize switch to randomize the order they are read. You can reverse the order and have the computer read the definition first and then read you the term in a Jeopardy-style test. You can also take a timed terminology test by clicking the Test button. The term will be read, and you will have 10 seconds to come up with the answer. You can take a Jeopardy-style test here as well. Returning to the Table of Contents window, you can see in the center several switches. To load all the questions, hit the Load All Questions switch. To randomize these questions, click on the Randomize switch. To load all your unanswered questions, use the Unanswered Questions switch. To load all incorrectly answered questions, activate the Incorrectly Answered Questions switch. Once you answer a question stored here, it will be removed from the list. To load all the incorrectly answered questions, even if you answered that same question correctly in a subsequent session, activate the Elephant Memory switch. The Elephant Memory allows you to load every single question you ever answered incorrectly. That helps to build your confidence. The New Questions switch loads all new questions that were added in this 5th edition of the software that did not appear in the 4th edition. You can also load any questions that have been revised since the last version. Another way to take a test is to create a random test of multiple chapters. Click the Load Multiple Chapter button. Here is a list of all your chapters on the left. Click on a chapter name on the left, and it gets added to the right. Select the number of questions you want in your test. You can add all available questions by clicking the Add All Available button, or use the predefined values up here, or by using the slider. Click the Create Test button to load the questions. One of the most powerful features of the Code 4 interface is the ability to track your progress. Click the Progress button here. A window will open and display lists of chapters you are doing poorly in, chapters where your performance is average, and chapters that you are excelling at. This lets you know which chapters you need to study to be truly prepared for your exam up here. The app tracks the total number of questions in the app, the number of questions you answered, the number of unanswered questions, and the percentage of the database you have completed. Down here, your overall score will be displayed along with your total study time. You can print out a report by clicking on the Print button. For more detailed information, click on the Times button here. That will give you a more in-depth look at each chapter. It will also recommend the correct amount of time you should be spending on each chapter. This has been a quick overview of some of the more basic features of the software. Look for more detailed videos of how to use the Code 4 user interface. Knightlite offers firefighters the tools to help them build their confidence by testing their knowledge of what is contained in the textbooks, while at the same time helping to pinpoint their weaknesses and where more studying is needed. We have a time-tested method that comes down to one element. The firefighters who use our software are indeed the ones who get promoted. Thanks for watching this video, and if you have any questions, we invite you to call Knightlite at 1-800-707-9875.